everybody, Imperious Quartermaster here, on my way to KYBER CON, the grand opening of the brand new KYBER Cave, Star Wars themed store, dojo, arcade, makerspace. There's really not any one way to describe this place. I just drove by here a minute ago and the place is crawling with cosplayers. So already, you know, it's gonna be my kind of place. We're here in Fairfield, and this thing's right on Main Street. It's kind of amazing. The vibe seems pretty cool so far. So I know that I'm here from the Imperial Outlanders. You got at least one other guy here from the Imperial Outlanders, a few other members that won't necessarily be in costume. Plus, we've got the Bay Area Bounty Hunters Cosplay Club is here, and Tim Donaldson, one of the original Jawas from Star Wars, is here. So let's go check it out. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Pretty good, man.
How are you?
All right. So.
We're about to go on.
All right, cool.
We're about to do our segment. Hey, James from Hardly Heroes.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good. Yeah, so it looks like it's pretty cool out here.
Clint's, there's Mr. Clint, right?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
How you doing? It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh, there's Vader over there strolling down the street.
And there's Chris. How you doing, brother? Good. How you doing? You got Bay Area Bounty Hunters? All right, good to see you guys. Imperious Quartermaster. You can see me on YouTube. Yeah, you guys are looking legit, man. Good job. So this is the KYBER Cave. We haven't had a chance to go in yet, but festivities are about to start. How you doing? So let's take a look at what we got here. As I mentioned before, it's a Star Wars themed store, so you've got lightsabers here for everybody to customize. They're having a thing that they call the Ritual, which is a place where they can put together your own lightsaber, and I think there's a certain amount of Star Wars mysticism mixed in with that as well. But yeah, they've got lots of different custom hilts and components. They have a place where if you're these are not your standard cosplay saber. These are built for combat type sabers. How you doing? What's your name?
Jason.
Jason.
I'm actually the Kumo here. I teach the classes.
Oh, okay, cool. So just so everybody knows, so you know, my name's Clint. I also go by Imperious Quartermaster. I'm also the California leader for the Imperial Outlanders. And we're out here checking out what you got going on today. Now, as I was saying, you guys don't just do glow stick waving. You guys actually do...
we have the first fully developed martial art based on saber combat here.
All right.
So we teach you how to actually properly fight with this. In a few hours, actually, we're going to have a few of my students go up and do a demonstration.
That is majorly cool.
But, you know, I wear steel toes right here, you know, and you can see, you're not worried about these breaking, you know. These
That's intense. Yeah, you know, when I was when my kids were little, we had those little, you know, friction ones that.
Oh, we got a couple of those floating around here.
And I have kind of a martial arts background myself, so I was teaching my kids to do it, but I was using like Kali and Eskrima type, you know, the eighth movements of that, and it was kind of cool because, you know, like you said, you know, this is for fun, but pick up any stick, and if the things that you can do that you'll learn here is good for self-defense. But you know,
when I was still in college, I actually used to carry my saber around on me as a self-defense weapon. You carry this thing around, you know, this is a weapon, but nobody questions it.
Right.
You know, oh, you got a toy, whatever. You know, what I mean, it's weird, but you know, it's college, whatever. But then that day that somebody comes to stick me at the ATM because I'm pulling out my FAFSA money, you know what I mean? I'm glad I had it.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
For real?
Absolutely. I was walking around. I was walking around campus. I was actually getting a donut. But somebody actually grabbed me and said, "Give me your money." I turned around and hit him with the saber, and then they ran off. But I've been jumped twice holding my saber, and the other person was not too happy about it.
Well, that's you know, hey, whatever
We also
works.
have a cosplay artist here who makes high quality costumes. She's actually making me a full suit of armor for TSL. We're gonna get involved with that. TSL, we're coming for you.
Okay, now what's TSL?
TSL is the Saber Legion. They do tournaments and stuff like that. We're actually hoping to send a KYBER CON team there soon to go do some tournaments. But she's actually going to be making me some full armor. She's actually in the way back, so if you go through the door there, you actually find her back there and talk about the stuff that she's doing if you want.
Okay, absolutely.
She makes a lot of cool costumes. You see, there's a Tusken Raider floating around here somewhere. She made his costume.
Outstanding. You know, I'm really excited to get in here and take a look at the place. One of the things that I'm really jazzed about is the makerspace that's going to be coming up here.
Oh yeah,
because I do prop tutorials and things like that on my channel, and also, you know, for those of us that are into cosplay, you never have enough tools.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know, so I'm looking forward to.
Not only is it going to be tools, it's going to be a space where you can come in, set your stuff up, work on it, and then leave it there. You know what I mean? So
that's outstanding.
I've had too many people come in here and go, "Oh, I want to be a cosplayer, but my wife won't let me take up the living room." You know what I mean? Well,
dude, you should see my garage.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about. I used to make custom bikes. You know what I mean? That's what I used to do. So I know how much space it takes to make something like that.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing your demonstration later on and hanging out today with you guys.
Check in with everybody, walk around. Nice to see you. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. I am the California leader for the Imperial Outlanders Costumes Club, and a while back, one of our members put us in touch with Tim here. We made him an honorary member, but we didn't have a chance to actually make it official yet. And so I would like to read this, and it says, in recognition of their enrichment of the Star Wars universe through their artistic and humanitarian efforts, the Imperial Outlanders International Costume Club confer honorary membership to Tim Donaldson, original Star Wars cast member, Jawa cast member, 1977. This day, February 29th, 2020, and pledge to stand with him in friendship and solidarity, working towards a better world through the ethos of Star Wars. Give it up, everybody!
Actually, hold on. I know we were recording that, but I need pictures of this.
Yeah, definitely. And make sure you send me.
yourselves a round of applause, okay? I want you to know, this is not easy, judging stuff like this. I mean, like was mentioned earlier, and I had the great distinction, the great privilege to wear one of the most iconic costumes in film history. I have loved costumes my whole life. It's the reason I became an actor. When I was 10 years old, I did my first play, and then I found out, what, they'll pay you to do this? They'll pay you to wear a costume? Sign me up. So I love costumes. I've always appreciated costumes and costuming. So, but that makes this even harder because you guys are all so good. So if you did not win, please don't be upset, okay? It was difficult. We had so many great people to choose from. So that just means just keep at it and try harder and just get out there, go to the conventions and enter other contests and things like that. Keep coming back here to the KYBER Cave and just keep at it, all right? So again, give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah! You guys all rock.
Thank you. Good job. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna go by group, then adults, and then kids, and we're gonna do Tatiana. You guys might take a picture real quick.
I'm doing video.
You doing video? Here's the photo. Anyone who was a regular at the KYBER Cave, do you know what rule number 1 is? You remember?
Don't let Van touch the technology!
Okay, good job. Let's go ahead and get your prize. Over there. Okay, and first place for kids. Are we ready? Let's get a drum roll going.
Kayla's. Where's our big thunder?
There you go.
Let's hear it for her one more time, folks.
Okay, what's next? We're doing the adults, right? We're doing groups.
Groups. Okay, we're doing groups first. Okay, so the winner of the group contest, let's get another drum roll going.
The winner of the group contest is going to be Jared and J-Cat.
Congratulations, go ahead. Everybody, let us show off for a second. Let's do a dance or something. Here we go. Okay, fight scene. Fight scene.
Stunt fight.
Yes! Vanna White and Darcy Jack.
Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys over here and take a photo real quick.
Give me this without a light. Give me a lightsaber without a light. How rude. Okay.
Okay.
Show them what they get.
What do they get? They getting that? They're getting that. See that right there? They're getting that.
By the way, guys, this is the mask I replica.
I remember when this thing was about 3 times taller than me. The winner of the adults gets, I keep wanting to say tournament. I keep wanting to say that. But I'm fighting here right now. Later. The winner for the adult costume will get this beautiful master replica saber, which can be converted to combat by Soju here. And let's go ahead and have the youngest person here announce the adults. Are you ready? Let's give it up. Drum roll, drum roll.
The winner for the adults is Shogun Vader.
Congratulations, congratulations. There we go. We need to get somebody to go around with him as like we need someone to go around with him as like a Ronin Kylo Ren. Get a nice photograph.
There we go. Imperious Quartermaster here. I've been spending the day out here at the KYBER Cave with Ark.
What's up?
Now, this has been crazy. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Well, thank you.
You guys have like gone all the way. You know, they say never go full nerd. You guys have gone full nerd.
Hey, we take it all with pride.
You know, it's everybody out here is having a great time. Why don't you tell me what the vision was for this and where you see this going?
When we first started off, this really just started off with me and my kid wanting to play sabers in the park. We made a couple of flyers, and I think we made 12 flyers for our first event. 30 people showed up to this random event in the park, and so we started teaching people how to fight with sabers and thought, you know what, there's something here. So our first store, we opened it up about 3 blocks that way. It was literally the size of a bedroom. It was what we could afford. We started with 30 lightsabers, and a year and a half we're here at our new location. We have a dojo on one side. We have sabers and accessories on the other side. We have a cosplay room in the back, whatever you want. We have a seamstress that can make it for you. And we have a photography studio in here, as well as an arcade and a repair shop for the sabers.
Yeah, I was checking all that out. And it just seems like even beyond that, there's a whole other area in the back.
There's a whole other warehouse, and that's what you're going to be interested in, Mr. Cliff.
Yeah.
That is our phase 2. So this was phase 1, getting our repair shop and the build saber going.
Right.
Phase 2, we're going to be putting in a VR. We gotta call it a space battle simulator, but you will probably recognize the ships we're gonna be flying in.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a full cockpit VR system, so that you feel like you're actually in the cockpit of a spaceship. But the one you're gonna like is what we have. We're gonna be calling the Maker's Lab, and that is the warehouse in the back. So imagine a garage with every possible tool you could want to
Tools
have.
that my
in there.
wife won't let me have.
Yeah, but see, you can come down here and use our tools instead. And on top of that, you know, you might be working on some Mando chest armor or something like that. Maybe there's somebody else in there that's working on some different armor. You can collab. Hey, how did you do that? Or what kind of paint did you use on that?
Right.
So we're trying to make this a place where people can come together and flaunt their nerdiness.
And that's, you know, that's really important. You know, I was talking to Odin from Odin Makes.
Yes.
And he's gone as far as go to Texas to go to a maker lab there. And I told him about this that you guys are doing, and he said it sounded really cool.
Wow.
And you know, but that's where I kind of got the bug for it when I saw what he was doing there. I thought, well, wow, we could have one in our own backyard.
Right. That's the idea. And eventually, now this is a little bit on the down low, but we are here in Fairfield. We've got about a year and 3 months left on the lease here.
Okay.
Our next move, we're looking to move possibly to Sacramento area, and that's where we will be setting up the full makers lab and everything. But we're talking about right now, by June, we're looking at being in Sacramento in the Arden Fair Mall and having what we call KYBER Vanguard. What it'll be just a kiosk that sells just the sabers and blades,
Gotcha.
but the upgrades get shipped back to Fairfield, so that if you want to put sound in your saber, we ship it to Fairfield, and a week later you come back to the kiosk and pick up your saber.
That's really cool. And being that I'm in the Sacramento area, I'm really looking forward to that.
Right. Well, we really I think the Builders Lab is going to go over great there. We love Fairfield. The one nice thing about Fairfield is that we're between San Francisco, Sac. We get a lot of business coming there. The reason we're looking to move to the Sacramento area is because of the population density, and you know, rent's a lot cheaper up north than it is going down south. So because of the population density there, we think that's going to be a really good market for us. And then we'll decide, do we keep Fairfield going, or do we downscale Fairfield and move everything to Sacramento, or how we're doing it. But we definitely know we're going to be moving to Sacramento.
Well, I really have had a good time here today.
Thank you, Clint.
I even won a couple prizes.
What'd you win?
What I got? I got the Luke's saber, and I got from the Hardy Heroes guys, I got a Darth Vader ornament.
Nice, see?
So, yeah.
See? And, you know, on Saturday nights, we do free battles every Saturday night. So if you didn't win a prize at our grand opening, you can come down here and battle for a prize.
Okay, so we're here on Texas Street. What's your address?
We're at 915 Texas Street in Fairfield, California. We are right in downtown Fairfield, so we get a lot of drive-by traffic that comes through here.
Okay.